Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on this channel, and right now I'm going to be reacting to a video that Hauntformer released. It's what happened to Spirit Halloween, and you can probably tell it's Hauntformer himself right there staring very deeply into the camera here, but that's besides the point. I don't really do reaction videos, so I'm not really used to this type of thing, so I'm gonna just kind of go with the flow here, and let's just start off the video and let's see what he has to say. And I'll leave a link to Hauntformer's channel in the description and this video and all that stuff, of course. But yeah, let's do this.
This video will not contain any leaks or spoilers for the 2022 Halloween season out of respect for a company that has been near and dear to my heart ever since I first attended, way back in 2006, Spirit Halloween. If you haven't been in the loop, perhaps consider yourself blessed. Of late, Spirit Halloween images have been leaked online for a lot of Halloween fans to see. They are images of 2022 brand new Halloween animatronics and props, as well as the themes for Spirit Halloween. And I'm making it sound like a more serious deal than it is. Really, these are Halloween decorations, let's remember that. But at the same time, this is a company and a subject that's important to a lot of people, including myself. And this video doesn't really need to rely on those leaks, because this isn't just a criticism with 2022, but rather a trend I've noticed over the past several years while attending Spirit Halloween superstores. The question that has been on my mind, of course, is what happened to Spirit Halloween? I'd like to...
Wow, okay, what a strong start. 3 minutes into the video, that just brought a tear to my eye. Holy crap. That was amazing. That was so much nostalgia. Oh, wow, okay. I'm gonna continue. I'm just gonna say that was an amazing Hauntformer. 10 out of 10. Whew. Holy crap, that brought a tear to my eye. What the freak? That was amazing.
Think of myself as a pretty positive person. I don't like dishing out negativity or hate on even things that I do dislike. So think of this video as a helpful suggestion video to a company that I want to personally see succeed. And I think if we can come to that realization as a Halloween community, then maybe we can assess the problem head on. None of us want Spirit Halloween to fail, but rather we keep seeing problems with a company that we feel passionately about, and then therefore we get all the more upset. I'm not going to be upset in this video. I'm very plainly going to explain my reasons why I believe Spirit Halloween has changed. And changed not for the better. I have several major points, and you may not agree with all of them, but I encourage you to hear them out as you might get an opinion and a glimpse into my mind as why, you may have noticed, over the past several years, I haven't been purchasing as many items from Spirit Halloween. And after, yes, I've seen the images for the 2022 leaks, it seems like that trend is going to continue for me, as I don't really think any of the items this year are worth the price. And that leads into...
I just died. I just mentally died. I'm sorry, No! No! Dang it! Darn, that's... I don't know why I'm sad about that. That's just... R.I.P. Monty and the zombie. All of them. The bog zombie. Oh. What? Oh, that's... Alright, I'm gonna just continue. I'm sorry.
My first point.
Okay, before he starts talking, I'm sorry. Pricing. I do gotta say this year, the pricing was all over the place and very kind of stupid on some of them. But it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
You have to understand that right now we are on the brink of an economic depression. And after the virus and a lot of different circumstances with shipping have gone on, prices everywhere, in case you haven't noticed, have raised. And that's understandable. But this issue is not just because of the last year or two. This is an ongoing problem I've noticed with Spirit Halloween and other companies selling Halloween decorations. The quality has never improved, yet the price has steadily increased. Back in 2013, I'd say the average animatronic life-size character was about $150 to $180. Now, the average is anywhere from $230 to $280. There's been a major shift, and not a spoiler of any of the products, but a lot of the prices this year are right around a cool $300. Which, to me anyway...
Okay, that's true. A lot of them this year are $300, and yeah, that's true. The prices have increased, so yeah, he's spitting facts here. This is 100% true, all this.
Is kind of an exclusive number for things that are way beyond the scope of what you could expect. I think a good example is Krampus. He's got a hefty price tag, but when you see the animatronic and all the detail work and the animation put into him, you can understand the price. But there are some things over the past few years that don't seem to make a whole lot of sense as to why they're priced the way that they are. And after a while, when you see these prices continue to increase, you begin to wonder what your money is going toward. This leads into my second point. The quality for holiday decorations has never been great. Keep it in a good storage condition and your product will probably last for seasons to come. However, this stuff isn't always made the best, but that's usually reflected by a lower price tag. As prices increase, you begin to expect a certain level of quality, though time and time again I've heard horror stories of people opening up animatronics and seeing that there are parts missing, pieces broken, sensors don't work, or the product straight up doesn't work at all. This is very...
Yeah, I've experienced that, so it does kind of suck. I do gotta say that that does suck a lot because, this is a big company and they can't package their stuff right, I guess. I don't know how this happens. I remember there was Evelyn Leach, that's her name. I just remembered it. Evelyn Leach. I remember going into like every store around me and every single Evelyn Leach was broken. Like either a hand was completely off of the animatronic or like it was just completely broken either way. But they hot glued that. Why are they using hot glue? That's my question. Why hot glue? I could use hot glue. Like that's what we do to fix stuff. We use hot glue to fix stuff. That's not how it's supposed to come made, right? Or is that just me? Is it supposed to be made of hot glue? Because I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Prevalent and something that I've always been curious about. Why? You look at the way products are made even from the past few years and you see things like Velcro, zip ties, paper, mache, hot glue, things that should not
There it is. I told you, hot glue and all that other stuff that should not be in animatronics.
be manufactured in this way, and things that can get ruined really easily. A lot of these products are made overseas in places like China, and you see that reflected in the enormous amount of plastics being used and things that can be broken and squished just so easily. Even the undercoats of animatronics are a lot of times wire, wrapped in pool noodle, and maybe a really cheap, flimsy plastic coating over top of it, which sometimes has the same consistency as a lid for a McDonald's cup. And the fact that we're paying $300+ for some of these items really makes me wonder why we're paying it at all.
I do gotta say, that is a really good point there. That is such a good point, because pretty much, I guess you would be buying a bunch of, like you said, McDonald's cups. Like, yeah, that's not some high quality stuff, materials. I really hope that I haven't seen any of the new animatronics in store, but like when I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the Monty. If you know who that is, I won't put a photo up or anything. You probably know who it is though. I'm probably gonna get Monty, and I really hope that he is not made of these things like hot glue because Monty, he looks so amazing. He seems so amazing. I'm in love with him. And if he doesn't live for 5 years, I guess, if he doesn't live for more than 5 years, what's the point of it? I don't know. What's the point of that? That's sad. If I have to repair him in 5 years, that is just terribly sad because I'm going to pay $300 for something that's only going to last 5 years. It's like buying a phone that's only going to last for 5 years. Like, man, what? That's just not that good.
This is a lesser gripe out of the list, but it's one I still think deserves some attention, at least in my eyes. The theming for Spirit Halloween Superstores has always been pretty top-notch. However, over the past few years, they've been missing the mark for me in a few different regards. First of all, the theming back in the day used to heavily involve lighting and atmosphere, using things aside from the cardboard backgrounds of the ISEs to make the scene pop. Yes, I think the walkthroughs were a great way to add on to this, but they're missing some key lighting to set the mood. Everything is so bright. It's very flat. There's not a whole lot of depth and dimension to it. And because of that, it kind of makes me get lost in what could be a really cool experience.
Okay, that's also a very, very good point. I do gotta say that another thing that probably doesn't help that is the stores. Since they don't have, like, year-round stores, they can't really... I mean, I guess they could change all the lights in the store to make it like that, but, I mean, that's kind of tricky. That's putting a lot to do, like, on the workers itself, and working there, you'd have to get a ladder, unplug lights in the ceiling, and take them out, and then at the end of all this, you have to put everything back, and fix all of that. So, I mean, I guess this is something, yeah, I guess so. They do put lights into things, though. I've been to, like, super dark stores, and it looks really good. There's actual lighting in them. So, I mean, not all the lighting is gone. It does have some good things there, so, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. My major gripe with the themes, however, are that the themes do not reflect the animatronics in them. Years ago, I used to make theme prediction videos or suggestion videos where I did mention some themes that we wound up seeing, including an alien kind of testing site, which eventually I think was Area 31, a tiki island, a boat, lighthouse, and the list goes on. But the reason I chose those is because we could see headhunter props, scuba divers, mermaids, pirates, aliens, things that we don't typically see from Spirit Halloween and the manufacturers of their products. Nowadays, it seems like we're getting themes of a tiki island with clowns and just random props just thrown into it. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And again, I'm not going to spoil this year, but it really feels like none of the characters, none of the animatronics in the theme fit the theme at all. In fact, online props fit the theme better than the props that are in the store do. So I really don't know.
Okay, that's another really good point. But I also really want to see the store, like, in person and everything in person before I say anything on this. Really, because I didn't really get that many good photos or looks on what the theme looks like and all the lightings and everything that would go with it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Some of the guys are kind of random. Like, I guess the Bag of Bones, I don't know where he's gonna go. The Tombstone Terror, it's just a tombstone. I don't know where that guy's gonna go. And, I mean, I guess I get some of the clowns. Like, there's this hazmat clown, Nozzles the clown. I guess he goes in there. He's a little sanitization dude. He sanitizes down the area. So, I mean, I guess some dudes do, but, not everything does. So, yeah, that's fair.
Why this is the case. I understand they want diversity. Not every prop has to fit the theme, but it seems like they're just throwing this all together. I don't know if this is a last-minute decision. I don't know if this is just because they don't care. I'm not sure the reason, and maybe I'm griping on this a little too harshly, but it is something that's bugged and irked me over the past several seasons.
I do gotta say, this year's sneak peeks were kind of not the best because the stores are opening on July 25th, and we still don't even have every single animatronic released yet. Like, it is July 25th, 21st, not 25th, it's the 21st of recording this, and we do not have all of them. We got 5, and that's about it. That's kind of why I go to leaks and stuff, because they give you the information that you're dying to know, I guess. But they're not doing good with leaks, not doing good with sneak peeks this year. Last year wasn't even that good. It was a countdown. I mean, it was alright. It was pretty cool. But they haven't been doing too good with them.
This next one I don't really care a whole ton about, but I do understand people's gripes with it. And similar to the themes, while it doesn't impact the purchasable decorations and animatronics necessarily, it does affect the Spirit Halloween experience, and that is, of course, the sneak peeks. Now, when I was younger, the sneak peeks were pictures of the stock images for each of the products posted to Spirit Halloween's Facebook page. But of recent, they've had a pretty even track record of slowly showing us different products until the grand reveal at the end of July when the Flagship store opened. But last year and this year, a lot of fans were disappointed when Spirit Halloween essentially took that away and basically made a countdown to a certain date when they would reveal everything. Now, I understand.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about that. I liked the gradual little release of one, and then the next day there's one, and then the next one there's one. I liked that. I thought that was really cool, but yeah, I'll keep playing this.
Some people don't really care. I don't really care too much. I'm fine with either option, but I do know a lot of people really looked forward to the sneak peeks, and to me it shows that Spirit Halloween doesn't want to do them, either because they take too much work to make these videos, or they just had a different direction in mind. But either way, I would implore Spirit Halloween to listen to their fan base, because this is something that for a lot of them is really important. This is the one that's going to get me in hot water, folks. But I have to say it. This one might be the most important one to me, but it's certainly up there, and I don't think I'm alone in my opinion here. But in my opinion, the Spirit Halloween animatronics and props just aren't scary anymore. Now, I know that scary is subjective, and I've also been around these things for so long that I'm pretty desensitized. I'm also a horror writer and a horror movie junkie, so I've seen my fair share of scary stuff. However, I would argue for people to go back and look at Halloween products from yesteryear compared to today. And I can only describe the products now as giant Happy Meal toys, because that's kind of what they are. Very bright paint jobs, not a ton of detail on certain items, and an abstation, that's not a word, a taking back of gore and blood and anything that's really too dark and creepy. Now, I should play devil's advocate here. Blood and gore does not make something scary. However, when something calls for blood and gore, it needs to be there. A product like the Butcher is a perfect example. An animatronic that has a bloody pig head as its mask, holding a giant meat cleaver, needs to have some gore to get the point across for the character. That, along with many other products, shy away from the scary stuff, and even products that are legitimately creepy like Miss Mercy and Little Daisy and the Maestro were in-box only, because I fear that Spirit Halloween thinks it's going to scare its younger demographic. And I may be talking to you. You might be one of the younger Spirit Halloween fans, as I was when I was a kid. But you might agree with me in this, is that the whole reason that I love Halloween and I loved Spirit Halloween when I was a kid is because they did have edgy items. They did have bodies that were cut in half and decrepit, gross zombies and organs and things that...
I loved it when they had those things, to be honest. Those things were absolutely amazing, but now they're just super expensive on eBay. $300 for an old animatronic. Here, I'll take Dead Humor, for instance. Dead Humor, the rising from the dead dudes. It's a clown that rises up. You probably know him. He's selling for $300 on eBay. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna buy that, but that is double his original price. Triple even. Which is absolutely absurd to me. I don't know why. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. Is it because it has blood? I have no idea. Is it because it's old? No idea. Is it from 2013? Yes, I guess it is because it's old, but they don't make them anymore. But that's still... I love those items. I don't want to pay $300 for something that is already used for, like, multiple years. And, yeah, I could just buy a giant brand new thingy. I don't know what. I could buy something so amazing with $300, which is new and will last, most likely, if it's not made of cheap plastics, like we were talking about earlier. But yeah, I do miss those bloody, gory items. I kind of wish they just added a little bit more. Like, I know Betty Sharp has some blood, but, like, just a tiny tad more. Like, please, just a little sprinkle on top. That's it. And then I'd be fine with that, right? Would you guys be fine with that? I think that'd be good. I think that would be absolutely perfect. My iPad almost just turned off as I'm talking. But yeah, that's a fair point he's got here.
You couldn't usually see. This was the kind of stuff I was into. Now, it seems like everything's glossed over. It's got like a corporate polish to it, and it just irks me. It's not really scary, they're not really intimidating, and they always seem to talk. The props won't shut up. There's a certain animatronic coming out this season, not gonna spoil it. It's a servo-based animatronic from what I'm aware of, and it's some form of a corpse. I think you might know what it is. If this animatronic talks and has phrases, I'm not interested in purchasing it.
Okay, we're good. I know what animatronic he's talking about. It does not. It does not speak. It groans. So I can say that. There are a few. Actually, not many of them talk, actually. There are a few that do, but not a lot of them talk this year, now that I'm thinking about it. There's a few of them that talk. I mean, I guess I don't know 100% because I haven't seen everybody yet. But yeah, not every single one is talking this year, which is actually really good. I think that's a step in the right direction, right? That's good.
Simply because I don't want to hear a prop rattle on about how it's going to eat and steal my soul, or it's going to get me, or have a spooky Halloween party. I don't want to hear any of that. I want it to be creepy. I want it to be scary. Especially for my purposes of a haunted house. To have a prop go off and do some monologue for 2 minutes means that guests are walking by and not getting any thrill. I much rather prefer constant motion decorations that do a constant scare motion to attract and attack the most amount of guests. That's a very specific gripe, but that's all in the giant nutshell of I do not think the props are as scary as they used to be, and I hope they get back to a darker and more sinister place as I think fans deserve and expect. Hey, if you want to appeal to both demographics, Spirit, I think a really good idea would be make the front theme more...
Here, I do gotta say, also, that one zombie, like on before, that one zombie he's talking about, I think he looks really good. I think he looks almost as good as the ones back in, 2008? Like, Toxic Zombie, Swamp Zombie. He looks like a moving swamp zombie. Which, if you don't know who that is, you should search it. He's really cool. But Swamp Zombie looks just like him, but he moves. The original Swamp Zombie didn't move, but he had a lot of detail. And I feel like that's a really good animatronic. Just saying. It's really good. I still haven't seen it at stores. I've said this multiple times, but I haven't done like an actual rating video yet, because I really want to see them in stores. And then I'll know, like, how good they are. Because every single one is different. They don't all match up as the video, like the professional video ones. They don't all really match up, I guess. There could be like a few differences. Who knows? One could have like a really squished face. I've seen it before. Like they have really flattened faces. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to see it because they could be really good quality or they could be squished faces.
A kid-friendly one, and then make a back theme that's a lot darker for more mature fans.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually a really good idea. I really do like that. They kind of did that, like, back in 2013. They had the kind of really scary, actually. I guess this is all really scary, but you can kind of hear me out. They got the clowns up front, then they got kind of a haunted mansion in the middle, and then they had a creepy as heck prison asylum in the back. I really love those, like that theme. When I visited that theme, holy crap, I was scared. It was the scariest thing ever. I loved it. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh. Wrap up. I just want to say that I've always enjoyed Spirit Halloween, and I love Halloween and the Halloween season. Maybe Spirit's watching this. I don't want to feel antagonistic towards Spirit Halloween. I think a majority of the Spirit Halloween fan base is rooting for Spirit Halloween to make things that they're excited about. It works on both ends. We get really cool products for affordable prices, and Spirit Halloween makes a ton of sales. Unfortunately, this year, the prices are far too high, the quality is not as good, and the products are lackluster in my opinion, so I'm not going to be spending a ton of my money at Spirit Halloween this year. That's just how the economy works. And I hope that Spirit will take note of some of these issues for the future in delivering some really cool scares, because I know they have the talent. I know the people that work for Spirit Halloween are very clever, very creative, and I hope they can bring those ideas across to the masses. I may be speaking to people who don't agree with me, and that's fine. If you like certain things that I don't like, it's water under the bridge, it's no skin off my nose, but I do hope you'll take some of these points into consideration, because I love Spirit, I love Halloween, and I want it to be the creepiest and best holiday that it can be. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer. Also, you know what, while I have you, I gotta clear this one thing up. I get a ton of comments about my Why I Hate Clowns video or whatnot.
We'll pause that there. But yeah, that was actually a really good video. I had a lot of really good points. Some of them not as good. I mean, all of them were pretty good. I do gotta say, some of the animatronics have really good detail. You have to see them in stores. I'm gonna stop saying that. And some of them don't. Some of them look like plastic. They just need like that, like I was saying earlier, that tiny bit more blood, a little bit more detail, and they would be insanely good. They would be so good. Like, really good. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hauntformer, if you're watching this was an amazing video. Thanks for making it. And yeah, you had some really good points. Alright, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!